next, we will be watching Why Honey Badgers Don't Fear God or Lions by Casual Geographic. Make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment in the doodly-doo. This was recorded live at twitch.tv/LuminusRed. Come on in, drop a follow, come hang out. We are having a lot of fun over here and growing rapidly, so we would love for you to be part of the movement and come and be an amazing part of our community. Until then, I enjoyed the last Casual Geographic I watched, so I want to get into another one. Let's do this. JoJo's! Oh!
Honey badgers are the most disrespectful force in nature, and that's putting them over orcas. Because at least when an orca shot puts a
I'm sorry. It's actually not detecting speech from him. I can't get the subtitles up. Sorry.
You can argue it's just testing a new hunting strategy. But honey badgers will look for negativity in situations where they have nothing to gain. Why would a honey badger test an oryx 10 times its size, get launched only to immediately do it again? Because honey badgers come into the world deciding they don't want peace, they want problems. They don't want compromise, they seek conflict. If orcas are homicidal sea Oreos, then honey badgers are double stuffed with audacity. If I ever make a list of the top 5 animals with black Air Force energy, honey badgers would be a first ballot choice. But like
I'm 99% sure I saw that video, so apparently in the list, so I'm pretty sure he did. I probably should have. Who's king? Can you believe this Aquaman? What?
Any kid that acts out in school to really understand just what makes a honey badger such a one-man hate campaign, you gotta look at its family. When you talk about mammalian carnivores, you can really simplify it into 2 classes, Team Cat and Team Dog. Team Cat would be feliform, which translates to cat-like carnivores, which would obviously include wild cats, but also cats that aren't really cats like hyenas, mongooses like the meerkat, and a bunch of other animals you've probably never heard of.
Wow.
On the other side is Caniformia, which are the dog-like carnivores. This includes dogs, wild, unhinged dogs, dogs on steroids, smaller but more street-smart dogs, and a special group of water dogs that decided they had enough of the nonsense and disrespect of the dirt world and were going to take their chances out in the ocean. Results have been varied. But you also have another family known as the Mustelidae squad, and they were kind of in a weird spot. They weren't the biggest, definitely weren't the fastest. Not the smartest, and for the most part they're solitary, meaning they rarely have a numbers advantage. So their only real option was to overcompensate the way anyone that overmatched would, with violence and borderline crackhead courage. If mustelids like honey badgers ran in groups, they probably wouldn't need the personality of a power tool to survive. Because gang violence may be unethical, but in the wild, it's a way of life. It's the reason African wild dogs are one of the most efficient groups at canceling life subscriptions.
I do absolutely love the freaking creative ways that people approach that kind of thing. It's like, oh, we can't say that on YouTube or on like the Tickety Talks. We're just gonna be creative with this. And like, I'm not sure if they're still catching that or not, but it is kind of wild, and I appreciate it every single time it comes up. It is interesting how like freaking group behavior is just like the most important thing when it comes to the success of a species. You can do well without it, but like freaking group behavior, freaking socializing, freaking what humans do, or freaking pack behavior, like all of that is like, is so fascinating how that is so uniquely like always like it's beneficial, like making a connection with others, growing as a group, helping each other out. Because you'd think that there'd be a disadvantage in terms of like, you know, like having to share food, having to do like having more mouths to feed. And like if there's only like 1 antelope around, if you can take that down, then like that's a lot for you. But if there's like 20 of you, then that's like that's 20th of an antelope. But I'm not sure why I chose antelopes. I don't have anything against antelopes inherently, but like it's kind of cool that like it just the math actually works out that being in a group actually is a more successful strategy. I love that so much. Why are these things so you can why is it all the things that can murder you so look so cute? I know, freaking make them less cute, please. I love badgers, just not they're just homicidal pancakes. Aw, adorable.
Team play is high-key underrated. Ants are probably the best social insects in the game, and it's almost scary how well they work together. Led by a queen who can almost check in at the same weight class as a mouse, ant society is built on a hierarchy where everyone has a job. Female ants are workers who can have tasks such as cleaning the eggs and feeding the larvae. Queen ants' job is to supply the ant census with new bodies by constantly spawning eggs, and some species can spit out over 800 in one day. Male ants have one job, and it's to supply the queen with baby batter and then exit the census once they fulfill that purpose. They have no rights, no free will, they're basically walking ejac packets. And if you ever wanted to know just what ant society is like, the Ants Underground Kingdom is a simulation strategy game with millions of players already on it.
I thought so. Well done with the ad transition. That was good. The only thing keeping octopuses from being legit threat to humans for spyless colonization is the fact that they can't get along with each other. Exactly. Also, this is a plugin for the ads. It's so smooth. Honestly, well done, 100%. Because if they looked any fightier, they would be scared away the prey. You know what? You're right. The fact that our lifespan is incredibly short too. Oh, that's true too. I love watching your streams. I'm so glad, Zoe. I'm really glad.
You can hatch and develop your own ant army, including rare ones like the banshee ant, which is based on an actual insect that isn't really an ant, it's a type of wasp. You can also unlock new buildings like toxic fungi, gorgeous pearl, special nests, and more. Now here's the fun part. The ant armada includes guardian ants, shooter ants, and carrier ants. Plus, you can call on reinforcements in the form of scorpions and spiders.
Ant video where he talks about everything.
It's like Game of Thrones, but with ants. PvE-wise, you can run fades with jumping spiders, giant mantises, and more. You can choose what alliances you want to join and then make friends with players from all around the world. And mercilessly backstab them at every turn because there's no church in the wild and hell is not a consequence. Make sure you download the Ants Underground Kingdom. And use the redemption code to cash in on a bunch of benefits the game is offering just in time for the holidays to make sure your army is the strongest one. But if you're a honey badger, the strongest army is always an army of one. Honey badgers could be the mascots of Miralax because they don't ever give them, they just take them. And when I say it runs in a family, you can tell the honey badger took something from all of their cousins and made it theirs. We're gonna get to those cousins, don't worry. But first we gotta talk about what makes honey badgers such a middle finger to the natural order. First is the fact that they're not indestructible, but damn it, they're pretty close. Honey badger's skin is tough and resilient, able to withstand beast.
This one looks like it's going right through his head. I don't know why. The other ones look like they're stuck in normally, but this one looks like it's like a freaking one of those like joke arrows that you can wear that's like a cut around. It feels like it's just going through his head. It's like it's this part. It's like all the way through. No, you're pretty much followed them perfectly. Okay. To this, more quotes from Fallout New Vegas. Oh my gosh. Instructions are clear. I lost my arm to angry pancakes. No, that's pretty true. Yeah, that's right.
Things, snake bites, and brutal maulings that would certainly be a game over for other animals. You can even come at a honey badger with a machete and it could still probably Eurostep any serious injury. There's even reports of these steroid skunks taking down African crested porcupines. The same ones that have about 30,000 good reasons why testing them could be really bad for your health. In really rare occasions, porcupines have crippled the top tier lions so badly that hunting humans was their only option. In 1965, after a lion nicknamed the Man-Eater of Darajani was finally put out of commission, it was discovered that it had been gored by a blade beaver, with one of the quills being lodged in its fractured teeth and another one nearly piercing its brain.
Jeez.
Maimed and out of options, a starving lion put at least one Kenyan on a t-shirt. That's the kind of carnage porcupines are capable of, yet honey badgers can often survive an encounter with one thanks to their tough skin. The same reason they can square up with snakes and then live to try again. Honey badgers are menaces that have been known to turn deadly serpents like the puff adder and even the black mamba into a purse. Common misconception, though, is that honey badgers...
A purse, eh? A purse, eh? Purse, would you say that as a purse, eh? Why did I say that? I don't know. Why are we rhyming? Who could know? Why did I rhyme no with no? Because I'm losing my mind. Ever so slowly. Dripping closer and closer to the depths of insanity. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going. Honestly, there's nothing left but the void. I scream into it and nothing happens. I hear not my own voice into the void, for I am alone, forevermore, dripping deeper into the void of insanity. Anyways, the badger's kind of cute. I wonder if I could pet one without being mauled. I don't know.
Are immune to snake venom. They're not immune. They're much more resistant than other animals, but enough penetrating bites can flatline even a honey badger. But usually if a honey badger is wounded by a venomous snake, it'll just pass out in an almost coma-like state, only to get up a few hours later and walk off like a Sunday morning hangover. Another fact is that not only is honey badger skin tough, it's incredibly loose, especially...
He just looks bothered, like, he's like, I've got to pray. And he's like, bro, I'm still alive. What are you doing? He's like, I am the queen of the jungle. I have captured my prey. I shall bring it back to my lair and show it off to my cubs. And he's like, bro, stop it. I'm alive here. You haven't even pierced the skin. This is not going to go well for you. Just leave me go. And she's like, I'm not bothered by the petty screamings of a piece of meat. I am the queen. You can't catch me. You can't stop me. You are but a morsel before my mighty maw. He's like, bro, you still have not bit me. You're just carrying me around because you're bigger. Please let me go. Otherwise, I'm going to get you. I'm going to destroy you. Oh, darling, you're already dead. These are just your death throes. Like, I'm very much alive, and I'm going to eat your kids if you bring me home. If you're going to eat my kids, my cubs, You know what? I'll let you go. You can go. Have a good day. I'm sorry to bother you. Don't hurt my kids. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna go and get them. This is roleplay, by the way. I'm not actually hurting kids. And let me go. Words being words. Hi, cool hat guy. Welcome in. One of those animals is a danger. It is not the badger.
Around the neck. So if one's ever being mauled by a big cat, this walking cigar can turn around while being attacked and deliver smoke directly to the face. Honey badgers are furry Duracells, and anything short of a round directly to the skull isn't guaranteed to kill them. This durability is why honey badgers are either brave enough or stupid enough to blatantly steal from top predators, and they usually target leopards. Unlike lions and hyenas, leopards are solitary assassins that hide their prizes high up in the branches where they can't get their pockets picked. The food may be safe from lions, but they're not safe from a malicious equality symbol with nothing to lose. Honey badgers will risk it all by attempting to steal from a leopard by climbing a tree once it steps away from its meal. If the honey badger gets caught in the act, it'll throw a loud temper tantrum, hissing and screaming as it backs away. A method I'm sure they got from their close cousin, the Wolverine.
I'm doing good.
The Wolverine is a honey badger on PEDs, built for the
last 5 ads you got were in Spanish. That's absurd. Sorry, just off topic a little bit. Why? I got you something for you looking. What? I got something for you at looking. What, Void Red? Hi, Kurokage, welcome in. Freaking right now what I'm learning is that I should be properly afraid of these things, but they're also so adorable that I kinda want to risk it for the biscuit, you know? I don't know. I get a lot of ads in French sometimes. Look at this. Oh, and look at this. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, Void Rad. Don't worry, not right now. But like, my freaking desire to pet the cute thing and my freaking safety freaking senses, I don't know, are fighting each other. Wolverine, Canadian Logan. Perfect. If you didn't want it stolen, you shouldn't have left it in the stealing range. Honey badgers, probably. You're so right, Platypus. Let's just say that if I'm not a friend, then why are they friend-shaped? Exactly. Said the people with no faces left after being mauled by a honey badger. Exactly.
I'm sure they got from their close cousin, the Wolverine. The Wolverine is a honey badger on PEDs, built for the freezing tundra of the north.
Oh.
And even though they're roughly in the same weight class as a medium-sized dog, tankier predators like bears and mountain lions will occasionally pay food taxes to this walking vibe check.
Food taxes.
But the thing with Wolverines is they have the strength and speed to catch their own bodies. Wolverines will stalk a potential victim for hours, even days. And there have been reports of Wolverines posting up in trees just so they can wait for the right moment to
Spartan,
pounce.
you're not wrong.
But why waste the energy or calories doing that when you can just pickpocket a grizzly or clutch a 2v1 versus wolves?
True.
And just like the honey badger, Wolverines will attack anything with a pulse. Difference is they have the tools to actually stop it. One Wolverine put a polar bear in a headline after clamping its vice-grip jaws around the struggling bear's throat until it suffocated. There have even been reports of a Wolverine dropping a female moose by ripping at its shoulder blades until it eventually tapped out. In comparison, honey badgers have allegedly KO'd units like the Cape Buffalo and Waterbuck. Except the honey badger's methods are...
No!
Wolverines are little man syndrome but with bear trap jaws. Even though they might not have...
Listen, I can feel empathy for someone in that situation. I can feel empathy. No, I can't imagine that feeling. Anything resembling good. The tearing, the pulling. I mean, that would be horrible on any piece of flesh, but one with so many nerves. It's nothing. It's not nothing, apparently.
Have superhuman healing powers, they do have rotated teeth. Jeez. Wolverines are equipped with upper molars rotated 90 degrees inward, meaning they can easily eat a grizzly bear's leftovers even if it's half frozen. That dental plan is why a Wolverine will eat every part of an animal right down to the bones. Jeez. Honey badgers don't have nearly that kind of power, but these prison-striped weasels do pack a nasty bite, and they've been seen tearing into tortoises. Wolverines have one more secret, and it's that they smell really, really foul. Not only will they use the power of liquid booty as a threat, they'll spray the scent over any food they find to make sure no one else touches it. Which is why the Wolverine is also nicknamed the skunk bear. Honey badgers also weaponize their south side. When threatened or just annoyed, the honey badger will reverse its anus.
Would Marvel's Wolverine be as freaking popular if he was called Skunk Bear? It's like, I'm the Skunk Bear, bitch. I don't know. Wait, no, that's Juggernaut, bitch. Okay, I mixed up characters. I am apparently a fake fan. Jeez, crunchy bones. I like how Lumi reacts more strongly to the Wolverine being taken down with a moose than the one taking down the polar bear. True. If he did that, half of the things in the Wolverine he did would never gone popular. True. They may not even have that power, but come they try. I'm the skunk bear, bub. There we go.
Inside out and release a liquid so vile it can suffocate anything near it. In fact, the smell is so offensive it can temporarily paralyze attacking bees. It's not hard to see how the skunk bear and the felony ferret pull up to the same family reunion. But you can RSVP the otter to the same function. Otters are considered the most intelligent of all mustelids, and they're a part of the rare group of animals that are able to create and use tools. This one's using a vending machine.
What?
In fact, they're so smart that in the 60s, the CIA allegedly tried to weaponize them. I actually made a video on this in an otter report that was created on my TikTok,
otters.
so definitely go check that out.
Okay.
They're also an anomaly in that they're one of the rare
VTuber
social
smell?
mustelids, which should give you...
Hey. Well, I won't speak for everyone. I am a good spelling VTuber. I shower. I use deodorant. I, freshen up. I'm ready for a lovely night on the town, darlings. I smell good, I swear. I smell good, I swear. So the other ones, the Asian ones, noted. What? Why do you think VTubers smell poor? We smell good. We smell amazing. Every VTuber I've met smells great. Lovely night in the town, says the shut-in. You don't have to. Shut up. Shut up. Gotta combat curly smell somehow. And if you want to smell like Lumi, you gotta try her candles. Yeah, no, you can go to Waifu Wix. Also, link in everywhere. Link on the pinned comment. My mod just pinned it. If you go to waifuwix.com, you can find my scented candles, my scented lotions, my scented room spray. I wasn't gonna plug this. My mods plugged it, so I have to plug it. It's their fault. Look, the jokes must be endured. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You sniff VTubers? I hugged a lot of VTubers, and you inherently smell someone when you hug them. Guess who's an idiot? This guy! I lost 2 times. 2 $400 cameras. Kervin, no! No! I'm so sorry, dude. You're not an idiot, but it just happens sometimes. We make mistakes and we lose things. And I'm so sorry that you did. I hope you can find them or if someone will turn them in. I'm so sorry to hear that, Kurtman. Hey, Lumi, I will put you up while white noise while I sleep. Be nice, please. Okay, S4SB. Thank you so much. Hug the Kurtman indeed. Yes.
Mixed feelings. Because yes, sea otters will hold hands while sleeping so they don't float away. Despite my lack of emotion, I find that adorable. But otters, especially river otters, will jump anything that enters their territory.
I left them in the last people game, and they might still be there like they're not. Oh.
If you want your idea of otters to be completely slaughtered in 10 seconds, Google otter and attack and count how many articles you get. A pack of 20 nearly took a man off the Singapore.
Did he say articles? Wait.
Otter and attack and count how many articles you get.
Okay. Hey, so I turned on the subs, and the only subtitle we got was articles. Get it? Lol. Kill me. I didn't get any subtitles, but we did get articles. Get it? Lol. Kill me. Don't listen to Spartan. They're being human dumb. All very good. Lori F, thank you for the follow. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is a derpy otter face. I love it. We're not gonna kill you. We're celebrating you because that's funny as all get out. Congratulations. What dreams you'll have. I have many dreams. I have many dreams. Even some that I'm thinking I shouldn't be having. Anyways, of course I'm being human. I'm one. I promise the meatbag human being. Sure,
a pack of 20 nearly took a man off the Singapore census permanently. A group of rogue otters drowned a woman's beloved dog as she could only walk.
Woo!
Once upon a time, a monkey wandered into the otter hood of the Bronx Zoo, and the outnumbered monkey paid the toll for his transgressions with his soul.
Aww.
That's really only scratching the surface. I already have an entire video dedicated to the carnage society lets otters get away with, but one fact should really hammer the point home. Sea otters have a violent mating ritual that involves biting his partner's nose pad so hard that he can tear it off while occasionally holding her head underwater. That is not the disturbing part, because frustrated male otters that couldn't find a mate will resort to taking their lack of options out on baby seals.
No!
Something they'll continue to do for up to a week, even after the seal's soul has already evacuated. I mean that in the worst possible way. So in a weird twist,
I thought I liked otters. No! 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 I thought I liked otters. Now I don't think I like otters. I don't like them. Is that called seal clubbing? Freak! No, Crimson, no. No. Otters, no otters. No. Why do they? Why? Cool cat guy, thank you for the follow. Turns out all animals are sex mex pests. Male otters will hold pups hostage for food. Maybe it's just the male otters. Maybe I like female otters. Are female otters okay? They're not the ones like ripping people's noses off or doing things to baby seals. Maybe I like female otters, but not male otters. You can have necromance before you have necrophile, the otter mating ritual. So I think I like female otters. That's my saving grace. Yeah, you got your agent in ZZZ. Awesome, Cujo. I'm really glad. You tried chills for nuggies, apparently. Let me once and not otter girl VTuber sitting inside sliding your DMs. Oh, that'd be kind of good. Otter VTuber girl, that'd be good. You will stop liking penguins altogether. Not really. Aware. Oh no. Oh
Out of these 3, otters might have the lowest morality, but to compensate, they have the highest intelligence. Don't think honey badgers are just some crayon eaters. They're incredibly smart too. Like the kind of smart that would make them high-class criminals. In an experiment, a honey badger couldn't reach a box of food that was hanging from a branch of a tree. But what would have been a dead end for most—
Sorry, I got more information. Female otters abandon their pups for food to escape their predators. You know, in the grander scheme of things here, that's less. You know what, I'm not gonna say that's good, but it's not as bad. Can we say that's not as bad? Trust me, this smoke is on both sides. You wanna hear a fun fact about humpback whales? Sure, females are better. They're not good, but better. That's what I will say. Better.
Animals was only a challenge for him. After a few seconds to carefully weigh his options, the honey badger proceeded to push his crate closer to the hanging box, to the point where he could stand on it to claim his prize. It might not seem like much, but being able to figure this out automatically puts honey badgers in the highest percentile when it comes to animal intelligence. But the best example would be this little guy
Monica,
named
thank you for
Stoffel.
follow.
Stoffel was a well-known escape artist that would find some of the most creative ways to end his bondage. In one of his many escapes, Stoffel noticed a broom that had been left near him, dragged it over to one of the corners of his enclosure, leaned it against the wall, and then used it to emancipate himself. They tested his skills at the gate, and Stoffel the Black Air Force managed to undo the latches of the lock. They then put him in a cell surrounded by cement walls. Take a wild guess.
Wait, Monica, where's that coming from? I'm a baddie IRL. How did you see a picture of me? I mean, there are some up. I closed the one that I had, but what prompted this, Monica? And welcome in, by the way. Welcome in. Animal morality is like human semantics. Fair. Emancipated himself. It's a good way of putting it. Hey, she's single. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Stoffel dug up a bunch of rocks, and when he had enough, he piled them in a corner, and Andy Dufresne himself. One night, his caretaker awoke to a burglar in his home at 1 a.m. You know where I'm going with this. Stoffel escaped again, only this time he broke into the farmer's house and even tried to get into his bedroom. And you want to know the most disrespectful part of it all? Stoffel was hand-raised by humans at a young age.
You're right, Crow.
Meaning Stoffel had no intention of actually escaping. Nah, he was just doing it for the sport and for all the memes.
I was listening, but my brain didn't fully focus on how freaking cute baby honey badgers are. Baby honey badgers are adorable. They become savage monsters, but look at how cute he is. His eyes are so small and half closed. His nose. His little claws. Look at him. He's so freaking cute. Oh my goodness, he's so adorable. He's so baby. I love him. He has a bowl cut. You're so right. Almost as cute as me. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Lori F. Hi. I've been following your videos on YouTube for about 2 weeks now. I've been wanting to come to your live streams to say hello for a while, but I kept procrastinating. And I think you're very charming and unique, and I really wish you all the best in finding the perfect girlfriend for you one day. Well, thank you so much, Lori. I appreciate that so much. We'll figure it out. And we'll find someone. Trust me. I am looking forward to the day that I find someone, because I know that she's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to spend every single day of my life finding new ways to make her smile. That's what I want. That is 100% above all. My desire for a relationship is to have someone that I can celebrate and just make happier and happier every day. That's what I want. I won't make it easy. It won't be easy. I know that life is life, and there's always going to be difficulties and ups and downs in a relationship, but I love that idea. Hi, Turtle Dragon. Welcome in. I was glad to catch your favorite lesbian. Oh, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing amazing. Shoot your shot, Lumi, and don't fumble. Don't fumble like Crowley. I won't. Kind of, but not really. Cuteness activates, so it must be destroyed part of the human brain. So I must destroy. A shot is there, Lumi. It's okay. I understand the difference. What's cute? Is it the seagull window wiper? Yeah. That is cute.
Meaning Stoffel had no intention of actually escaping. Nah, he was just doing it for the sport and for all the memes. We know that because
Cute.
Stoffel would allow himself to be caught and returned back to his enclosure just so he could figure out another way to make his caretakers earn their pay. Breaking into the farmer's house past midnight was just grade A trolling. And of course, it would be criminal to not mention that time Stoffel escaped his enclosure and entered the lion's den where he was nearly brutally mauled to death.
No!
After he recovered, the first thing Stoffel did fresh out was try to find a way back to the lions to settle the score. Stoffel would also regularly break into the lodge kitchen where he would harass staff and help himself to any food he could find. They eventually gave him a lady badger thinking that would help him calm down. What they really did was introduce the Bonnie to his Clyde as they would now try to escape together. For their size, honey badgers have relatively large brains and they make it everyone's problem. But there's one more thing about them that really makes them a menace to society, and for that you have to look at its third cousin, the stoat. The stoat is one of the smallest of all muscelids, yet they regularly put prey 10 times their size out of commission.
So cute.
They do this by relentlessly chasing their prey, which are usually rabbits, until the prey eventually drops to exhaustion. Only then will the stoat deliver a devastating bite to the back of the skull. And once a stoat locks in on its target, there isn't a force in nature that can stop it. The stoat is so hyper-fixated that it'll even ignore rabbits that might be closer just so they can commit to pursuing its original target.
I know!
That crackhead determination is not foreign to the honey badger.
No!
The only way a honey badger can fend off leopards, hyenas, and even the occasional lion is by constantly squirming, hissing, and biting until the attacker eventually decides it's not worth the calories. Even if they eventually do go out of commission, you can be sure the honey badger did not go quietly. The badger's stubborn nature is probably best summed up when you see what they do for honey. Honey badgers love breaking into beehives to eat energy-rich honey. Unfortunately, that often means getting a face full of African bees, which are more aggressive and more nasty than their European cousins. But these honey weasels will continue to eat even while being actively swarmed and attacked by bees. And even though they're resistant, they're not 100% immune to bee stings. Honey badgers have been known to keep raiding the same beehive for honey until they eventually get stung to death. But honey badgers don't care. They live life balls first with no fear of consequences. This willpower is how 2 honey badgers stepped to 6 young lionesses and still managed to survive.
Holy crap.
At one point, the honey badger found itself in the jaws of death, only to use its loose skin to turn around and bite the lion back.
They give zero
This
F's
leopard
about what they
tried
want.
harassing a young baby badger, only to end up cosplaying as a cheetah once mama badger inserted herself into the conversation.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of cheetahs, honey badgers have such a reputation that it's widely...
Oh my gosh, it's so freaking cute! Look at him! Look at him! Platypus, I'm sorry you're getting caught for the swear. Sorry, effing stoats. I have an inscription-shaped grudge against stoats. He's so... Oh my gosh! Are baby cheetahs the cutest thing on the earth? They might actually be. Baby cheetahs might be the cutest thing on the earth. They actually might be. Oh my gosh. 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 I have an inscription-shaped grudge against toads. That's amazing, Platypus. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at his baby. Look at the baby. Oh my gosh. I love him so much. I love the baby.
I believe that cheetah cubs evolved to mimic their coloring to avoid confrontation with predators. Whole predatory cat, and evolution forced them to impersonate an African bush weasel just to get more respect.
That's so fun.
But another notch on a honey badger's chastity belt. I say chastity because they don't give a f. With the strength and durability of a wolverine, the intelligence and morale deficit of an otter, the pure coke-fueled willpower of the stoat, the honey badger's the only thing alive that can make a bowl cut intimidating. And that's gonna do it for this video, which was by far one of my most fun to make.
If you want to
support this channel, my Patreon's gonna be in the description. Also, like the video or suffer a honey badger vasectomy. Other than that, drink water, hug your parents, happy holidays, and see you in the next one.
I'm going to hug my parents. I'm gonna hug my parents. Hi, tea time. Welcome in, Dynasty Slayer. If you're watching this on YouTube, head on over to twitch.tv/LuminusRed and drop a follow. Come hang out. Until next time, my lovely stars. Bye.